Hello and welcome to this energy upgrade. And of course, it's related to Aquarius. It is related to all the energies that are happening in the cosmos and here on Earth. And it's very exciting for me to share with you today what is in store for us. Energy is everything, and yet energy is also who we are. So we are co-creators. We are reweaving. We are recomposing this whole reality, this new consciousness. And we have chosen to be here at this time. We also have chosen to evolve and become holuminous and to go into an Aquarian age. So yes, this week is very, very interesting. From the perspective that it seems like the whole cosmos, and yes, I love cosmos, cosmology, I love archaeology, not archaeology too, but astrology in a very different way, more from evolutionary perspective. And so it is very fascinating to me that everything is so perfectly aligned for us to wake up. This month may be the most intensive, most turmoil month that many of us have experienced in our lifetime. And we are not all 15 or 20 years old. So in this lifetime, really, it has all accelerated to this very point. And so March for me is a real breaking point. It's a choice point, and it's also an invitation. And so from a perspective of, I want to go into Heather Ensworth a little bit, as you know, one of my favorite astrologers. The stories of the stars. Now, the stories of the stars were always there, myth, stories, through different cultures, through different times, whether it was indigenous or it was the Greek or whoever decided to look at the stars. And so the energies that are here to support us is actually very powerful, and I'm mentioning the four maybe most important ones. One is surely equinoxes coming up. Today is the 18th. This is on the 20th. And of course, the equinox is when day and night, light and dark, is in balance. And it is interesting and how it shows up in the sky, because it is inviting us to let go our concepts of duality and even polarity. So it's about letting go our mental concepts and paradigms and truly allow ourselves to be in that harmony and to relate and to connect, interconnect in this beautiful opportunity. And yes, it's extremely powerful, this equinox, in the context of all. We have just gone through the full moon, obviously, and it's full eclipse of the moon. And of course, at the end of the month, we're going to the new moon in Aries and to a half or to a partial eclipse of the sun. So this month, if you feel at any level pushed, it's because it's the energy, right? So one is the equinox that's coming up, and this is basically the energy of it. The invitation, the call of the cosmos to invite us to reconnect, to remember who we truly are, and to let go of the old paradigms is extremely strong. And of course, it will continue in April, because this is the story that is unfolding. And with that, of course, the consciousness that is unfolding. For some of us, it's the higher consciousness. If you hear, then you know I just finished 2 videos on higher consciousness and the different connotations and context we can see it in. But today I want to go a little bit further with this consciousness. So according to the Kali Yuga cycle, that is coming to an end, according to the research of Vishnu Dev. I will write it in the description so I make sure I do it perfectly. And it is really about the end of the dark age, the end of the descending consciousness and into the ascending consciousness. These are not accidents. These are not some kind of stupidity of the cosmos. This is all perfectly aligned, inviting us to remember who we truly are, connect spirituality, your soul and source is not external to this human experience. And this is what we are particularly unlearning right now, because we thought we are body in with a spirit, but we are not. And spirit and soul and source are coming back to us, and to dance with these beautiful opportunities that the energies and the stories and the myth is giving to us. So we have the Kali Yuga cycle coming to an end, we have the equinox, and then we have the Venus cycle. Now the Venus cycle is a very particular and amazing myth that comes out of old Sumeria, really, about how Venus is disappearing from the sky and we can't see her from this bright evening star. So at her highest, if you wish, power and beauty and all of that, she recognizes that she needs to go into the underworld, not only to connect to her sister, but also to let go of all the old concepts and paradigms. Now, Venus is doing that every 9 months, going into the darkness and into the underworld. And every 8 years, we all have Venus cycles. She's also in retrograde, and so is Mercury, her companion. But what's interesting at this time, they are kind of together, and even Saturn. So it is quite unique and amazing how the sky is supporting us. And so I'm inviting you into tuning in and allowing that. What is it that you want to release? What is that you can detach from? What old you form paradigms do no longer serve you? Yes, I've been doing this for a long time, and yes, I am not into having to heal everything and release everything. I'm no longer just shifting from the dark into the light. No, but still, whenever Venus comes, and especially so potently together with all the other magic, then I do recognize and I do enjoy to release again. It is a death. The death I am actually enjoying at this moment is really my own limitations of living freely in abundance, expressing who I truly am and what I really offer into this new earth. As a Aquarian and Advaita and whatever else, mystic and maverick, I am dying to all the old concepts that I've ever had. Because I know once I'm getting there, into almost the nothingness and into the lower worlds, I know I will rebirth. I know I'm not alone. I know my soul is upgrading and leaving behind all the old karma and the old times where I did suffer and I was separated and I lived in lack and I couldn't embody and express the abundance, the freedom, the creativeness and the music that I am. So what is it for you? I'm really inviting you this week to be with Venus. Now we have a little bit more time than just a week, because Venus is coming back at the end of the month, I think on the 31st or the 29th. So we'll talk more about this. And so these are 3 very strong energies that are inviting us into that death and rebirth. Maybe what's happening for Venus right now, that particular cycle that she is in, maybe this is one of the strongest ever seen in the sky. So why not taking that invitation? Why not enjoying to let go and truly starting to live from the heart? So for some time now, I talk about access to living from the heart, and it is that. But it's also related to the Aquarian age. It's related to the evolution of Mother Earth. It's related to our evolving into homoluminous, men and women of the light, with an operating system heart. It becomes clearer, the connectedness. And it's funny, the conversations I had today in 2 sessions was very much about that, about allowing this new consciousness, embodying who we truly are, live it, express it freely. And that only can happen if we let go. It only can happen if we die to the old, to the forms, to the paradigms. And no matter where you are, there's still something to die to. But I'm feeling the more we are entering this ascending consciousness, this is about ascension, this is about this Aquarian consciousness of truth, of heart. Yes, Aquarius is also about the heart, of expansion, of new possibilities. The more we are easy into these death. And maybe there comes a time when these death and rebirth don't happen. But for now, the phoenix is still with us to allow us to die and rebirth. And so today in this light language bridge, I think I forgot one thing, and I'm looking a little bit at some notes, not at too many. With the Aquarian energy, it is about the truth, the wisdom, the love and the heart. And in that, this expansiveness of consciousness that is new. In a physical form, in our realities, we have not experienced that in a physical experience, in a human form. So please be very aware of this. This is unique, this is powerful. And you and I have chosen to be here at this time. So the bridge that I want to give you today is actually making that dying to self and that rebirthing a little bit easier. The dying to old paradigms and the old self that is still attached to power over and competition and success in an old form. It doesn't mean that you're not successful in the Aquarian age and New Earth, but in the form that you need to dominate and influence and control in a negative way, or in general. It is more about the power of love. And so I'm inviting you to join me with the dragons. And yes, the dragons are Aquarian dragons. And yes, my friends from Formalhut, that starseed that is part of my origin, right under, by the way, Aquarius, is inviting us now for this dragon light language song to make that dying to the old self, to the ego, to the forms, to the attachments easier. Inviting you to enjoy that process with ease and flow so that you can easily rebirth into the new. So I'm tuning in and I'm inviting you to tune in, find that comfortable space, because yes, I can tell you it's powerful again today with all these energies. What else would it be? As the dragons are coming in and coming in with Phoenix. So we're doing this dying to the old self with the dragons and the Phoenix. And so as you are getting ready, the dragons are getting ready to bring us this light language song, to die, to let it go, to trust and to know that we are dancing with the whole cosmos, with spirit, with source, with our collective soul, with our collective consciousness, together into this death and into this rebirth. So you catch yourself wherever you need to be, knowing that one way or another over the next couple of days you will rise into the new phoenix. Chochapia, 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 chochaya. Chochapia, 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 chochaya ho. Chochapia, chochapia, chochapi narea yo. Naraye, narayo. Chochapia, chochapia, chochapi narea ho. Nayo. So allow yourself that death. Allow it, enjoy it, and connect to that rising phoenix, to that rising new consciousness that you already are. To embody that new you, that new self, soul self, source self, spirit self, that rises out of the ashes and into the Aquarian age and vibration, into new earth and into this new consciousness that is unfolding for us uniquely and collectively. Plochi plochi nari nari o naya hoe. Chaparabunara hinara hunara hinara hinara dorar kalame. Charima 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 ya ho. So let that settle in, let that be, and let me know how you relate, how you feel, and how you resonate. Yes, the Phoenix is very important. Check out on our website, I'm going to put the link, how you can be with the Phoenix in our Emergence 2025. Buy and download the album, and we'll see you in a private class. Until then, take care.